Today, we're in the sauna to tell you that your past does not define you. No matter who you were, it doesn't matter, because one of the greatest quotes is, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. So regardless of what you've done before, it's not about that. It's what happens today and the days moving forward. With me today, got my good friend. If you're from TikTok, you know him, Ethan, aka EP. Some of you know him as that right there.
I'm Ethan. I play a little bit of college football. It's been a huge journey so far, and the journey's not over yet. But just even from ninth grade to I'm going into my third year of college, it's been a huge difference, and a lot of things have had to change and changed along the way.
Okay, so when you talk about changes, the biggest change in high school that you took to get you ready to become that person, because obviously playing college football, you need to be disciplined, motivated, and ready.
Yeah.
And do you think if you would stay on that same path in ninth grade, would you be where you are now?
The biggest change that I had from ninth grade to even now is just the crowd of people you hang out with. I feel like more so when I was 14, 15, right into high school, I was really concerned with a lot of things that most kids are concerned with: popularity, looking cool, being cool, that kind of thing. I realized pretty quickly that that's not going to get you where you want to go. So that's a huge thing, I think, is aligning yourself with the right people, because I feel like your friends really determine who you're going to become and where you're going to go.
Now, that right there, one of the greatest quotes I always heard: iron sharpens iron. So if you're with someone who is in a similar idea of like where you're going to get to, similar ambition, it kind of leads you to get to that direction way easier. And in your case, like if you're with the wrong crowd, that will do. I feel like no matter how disciplined you are, no matter how motivated you are, no matter how smart, talented, whatever, if you get the wrong crowd, I mean, it's kind of over. Like, I mean, that might sound drastic, but like what's your take? What do you think makes the crowd that you're with so influential, regardless of who you are as a person?
I think the reason the crowd plays such a heavy role, who you hang out with plays such a heavy role, is because to be great at something, it requires repetition, consistency, discipline, and who you hang out with, that's going to affect what you're doing, what you're spending your time with. If you're not spending your time doing the right things that are going to make you great, you're not going to be great. So
obviously, if you're watching this video right now, you could be on a bad path or in a bad spot, and you're trying to get to a more grounded area that's going to propel you towards a positive section of life. Is there any moment you remember in your mind that was like a defining moment where it was like, I don't want this anymore? Like, I need to change or do something differently? Was it like a parent, a friend? Like, did anyone interfere with you, or was it just like fully like your own decision that like, I need to switch, I need to go differently?
I wouldn't say there was like a defining moment, but there was definitely times, after going out, being out all night with so-and-so or whatever, and, not saying it wasn't fun, but I'd always have this like feeling like I should be doing more. I started to take football more seriously. I feel like I started to dive into, my faith a little bit, and just all that together kind of felt like I was on a better path. And then the more I was doing that, hanging out with, people that were more aligned with my goals, it just almost like I felt like alignment with me, And so I wouldn't say there was like one specific moment, but there was definitely like a lot of times where, I was thinking about it, thought about it.
I feel like that right there is more, it makes it easier for you if you're struggling. Because I feel like that it sounds more uplifting, because you don't need like a quote unquote come to Jesus moment. It's like you start out small. I need to do less of this, more of this. And next thing you know, it's like you said, because you're doing more of this, you're with the crowd who's doing that predominantly. And then over time, it's like you're with the bad crowd less, the good crowd more. And the next thing you know, it's like you are the good crowd. Like, or like, and by good, I just simply mean like the path that you should be on. We're all different.
Yeah.
That's one thing that kind of is hard. I feel like, especially if you're one of the people that kind of is more of a follower. Nothing wrong with that necessarily. Just saying that it's easy to get drawn in the pathways that don't belong to you. Like, you wouldn't naturally come to that decision to like follow that path, but it's just because of who you're with.
Exactly what you're saying. It's not necessarily a bad crowd either. It just felt like it was not the crowd.
Unaligned.
It was misalignment. I got nothing bad to say about them or even what they were doing. It just, to get where I needed to go, I just couldn't be doing, that, that kind of stuff. Nothing about the people, just a misalignment in the direction I wanted to go.
I feel like a really good message you can take from that right there is, if you feel like you're not getting what you want out of life, or you feel like you're in a bad spot now, really assess and look around the crowd you're with, because don't get me wrong, don't dodge accountability. Obviously it still falls on you because you're the one running the show, but it could be because like no matter how many changes you make internally, the external factors around you are just constantly reflecting back the pathway you don't want to be on. So I think it's like, you really, if you're watching this video because you're struggling, or because you feel like you're going the wrong way or the wrong path, or you're in the wrong spot now, look around people around you. Are they people that are aligned with the goals you have? If not, And then maybe you have to make those changes and then get yourself on that right path, similar to how we did. And then just one last thing I'll ask you is like, how do you fight back with people that are like, wait, why do you're switching up on us? But it's like, you're not switching up on them because you don't like them. It's just because it's, like you said, it's not aligned. So you have to do your own thing to, choose yourself, but still love at the end of the day. So like, how do you navigate that? And like, what's your message to them?
At some point, you just got to do it. You got to be the change that you want to see. And then also, like, if that crowd, like, if you really do consider them, genuine friends, and you guys are just on different paths, then they're gonna support you. Like, I like I said, like the people that I was hanging out with, I'm still in a great relationship with them. I'm not saying I hang out with them all the time, but like they were hugely supportive of what I wanted to do with football and the grind that it took, really. And so they had nothing but good things to say about it, and I felt the love there. So if they really are your genuine friends, I feel like you're gonna feel that. And if you don't, then there's really no point in being friends with that kind of person anyways. So.
Amen to that right there. A true friend, regardless of the pathway you're taking, they're always gonna support you. Like, it doesn't matter where you're ending up, as long as like they should be rooting for you. And if they're not rooting for you, like he said, I mean, that's the sign that you are making the progress, because you're getting away from the fake friends and getting on the right direction. So if you're struggling right now, comment, reach out to one of us, leave a comment, subscribe if you like the video, like if it helped you. It's never too late, it's never too deep. You can always find out of it. Just take every single day. The only thing that matters is today and tomorrow and the future ahead. So this is my guy Ethan right here. If you enjoyed it, he's got TikTok, epridge11, EPRIDG11. Go drop him a follow. And thank you guys.
Get this man up, bro. Right. Subscribe, bro.
Hey, let's go.
Sweating my nuts off, bro.
That's making the video. Just kidding.